In a house in Dubai, there live 8-year-old twins, Elena and Enrique Martinez, trying to watch television. The problem is, they can't decide what to watch. Enrique wants to watch Lord of the Rings, which is too scary for Elena. And Elena wants to watch Little Mermaid, which is too boring for Enrique. They aren't willing to let the other decide which to watch though, so a fight over the remote control breaks out until their mom walks into the room. Okay kids, it's that time of year again. It's time to decide where we want to go during your summer vacation, Mrs. Martinez exclaims with a clap of her hands. Elena and Enrique immediately stop fighting over the remote and sit up straight. Every summer, the Martinez family takes a vacation together to somewhere new and exciting. Since the kids are always too young to decide where to go, their parents would decide. Even though every year has been fun, their parents always chose countries based on what they like to do, such as museums and historical sites. So this year, the twins are determined to pick where they want to vacation. Can I choose this year, Mommy? Please? Begs Elena with those big brown puppy dog eyes. No, I'm the older brother, so I get to decide, cuts in Enrique. You're only older by 2 minutes, shouts Elena. Yeah, says Enrique, but that's 2 minutes of your life that you don't have, making me older and wiser. So I get to choose. That's not fair, Elena cries. Mom! Okay, their mother cuts in. You both are old enough to help us make our decision. So, where would you guys like to visit? Elena and Enrique look at each other with surprise. They hadn't expected it to be so easy. But now that they had the power to choose, they realized they had absolutely no clue where they wanted to travel. After a few minutes of silence, Elena suddenly jumps up, wiggling with excitement. I love dancing, so we have to go somewhere with lots and lots of dancing, exclaims Elena. And I love food, so we should go somewhere with lots and lots of yummy food. Food, adds Enrique with a sigh. Okay, well, how about we choose a country with both dancing and yummy food, suggests their mother. That would be perfect. But how would we decide that? Elena asks with a confused expression. With this. Mrs. Martinez pulls out a large map of the world and lays it on the living room table. I'll leave this map of every single country in the world with you two. And by the time I'm finished cooking dinner, hopefully you guys have decided on a country together. As soon as their mother leaves the room, Enrique and Elena leap from the couch and lean across the table to study the map. As they look over the names of all the different countries, their eyes widen, realizing just how big the world is. Where would they even begin? Enrique suggests to go continent by continent, starting with Asia. Since he loves spring rolls and Szechuan chicken, he wants to visit China. He can almost taste the crispy roll and the blend of different flavors and sauces. However, Elena isn't convinced and says that she would rather travel to India. I want to visit a place where dancing is such a huge part of their culture, like India. Even their movies are full of song and dance. The swirl of their beautifully colored clothes as they twirl and jump are unlike anything you'll ever see, she exclaims. That might be true, Enrique agrees, but their chicken curry is way too spicy for me. He begins to sweat just by thinking about all the chili peppers Indian food has. Instead, he recommends Russia, which is famous for their borscht. His mouth begins to water as he describes the rich stew, full of potatoes and meat. Elena sighs as she daydreams about the Russian ballerinas she always wished she could be like and even see in person one day. She remembers how a few years ago, whenever she would try to dance ballet, she would keep falling. How can they stand on their toes like that, she would wonder as she rubbed her knees in pain. The thought of seeing a live performance of ballet seemed like a dream come true. Elena is about to agree, but then she remembers how cold it is in Russia, and with a shiver, suggests that maybe they should move on to Europe. Hopefully they'll have more luck with those countries. How about Spain? They have so many different types of dancing, like the flamenco, and the music is so upbeat that it makes me want to move my hips, Elena says as she sways her body to an imaginary Latin beat. Does Spain have good food? Questions Enrique. Yes, of course. Spain is famous for their tapas, or appetizers, where they serve a lot of small dishes before your meal to experience new flavors, answers Elena. Enrique isn't convinced though. Appetizers aren't enough to fill this growing boy's stomach. He wants something fried, like the fish and chips England is so famous for. His stomach rumbles just thinking about it. Elena crushes Enrique's stomach's dreams though, with the reminder that
Created using Powtoon.